Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. In this week's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all my very own fitness journey.
Lights, camera, action, smoking that dope from Edmond. We the new meth and Redmond. We ain't real blood, but we brethren. Run up a check and it's pending.
Now, I have been wanting to sit down and do this for such a long time, but I just never really had the chance, and I never really had the time to sort of sit down and write everything out. But I now have a full page of notes on my phone of every single point that I want to cover. And today is the day that I'm going to be sharing with you all how I got to where I am today. So first of all, I want to start right from the beginning. When I was younger growing up, I wasn't very sporty, but my sister and my dad were. So my dad was actually a Taekwondo world champion. So he was always into sport. He studied sport at university. My sister was into athletics. She did like a lot of high jump. And I just wasn't really into sport. Like I played a bit at school, but not a huge amount. And then when I was around 10, 11, I think it was, I got into horse riding and I competed, I show jumped. And I did that for around 10, 11 years, so a very long time. But I think that sort of put me in the mindset of like, you need a hobby that's like a sport, if you get what I mean. I was never fat or anything growing up. I was always sort of just skinny. I had a massive sweet tooth. I literally can't believe the stuff that I used to eat. I would go to the shop and buy a whole pack of biscuits, and that would be my dinner. Like, it was bad. Thinking back now, I'm just like, how did I do that? I can't even eat a biscuit. Well, I could, but I don't ever crave biscuits now, and I think that's because I truly like smashed them when I was younger. Anyways, yeah, I rode horses from the age of like 10 to 21, I think it was. It just gave me like a hobby. Obviously I was at the yard all the time. I was like lifting water buckets, I was riding horses. So I was like super fit. And then in school, I was actually really good at cross country running. So I did a lot of competing. I also did a lot of biathlons. So I did a lot of swimming and running together. Got a lot of medals, did it like every single weekend. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. Looking back now, I'm like, how did you do that? It's just so weird to think that I used to actually enjoy running. And then after finishing school, I went to sixth form, continued with the horses. I sort of gave up the running in year 12 and 13 as I moved schools. In 2013, I got into university. So I actually went to the UK's best sporting university, which was Loughborough. I went there because, well, my sister went there and she had like the best time of her life. It was a campus university, and they actually did the degree that I wanted to do, which was human biology. So I went there for 3 years. Believe it or not, I genuinely stepped into their gym, I think maybe a handful of times. Their gyms are absolutely incredible, and I really regret like not sort of like utilizing their equipment. But anyways, we can't live life with regrets. Throughout university though, I had the worst lifestyle. Like looking back now, I can't believe what I used to do. So in my first year, I was in halls and they were like all catered. So all the food was made for us. Like you didn't have anywhere to like make your own food. I actually got into doing gym classes. So I'd go to gym classes, and I remember doing like them every single evening, like 2 classes a night. Like I really did get into it at one point. And the food in catering was just disgusting. I remember, you know, like, I don't know, it's like school food but kind of worse. So it just really wasn't my cup of tea. I remember just going straight to like the pudding aisle, because I'd be like, no, I'm not eating that. Like I just hate dry potato. It was that kind of stuff. Like every meal would be a different kind of potato. It'd be like croquettes, jacket potato, boiled potatoes, new potatoes, mashed potatoes, roast potatoes. It was just every single kind of potato that they could bulk that bloody meal out with. And then in second year, I started like going out a lot. I would go out 3-4 times a week partying. It was bad, like really bad. I would have a packet of biscuits, you know, those big like fresh biscuits that you can buy from Sainsbury's or Tesco's. I would buy that packet of biscuits and I would eat that for my dinner. And then I would go out, and then after going out, I'd go to the pizza shop that was like next to the club, and I would get 2 pizzas, so it'd be buy one get one free, and I'd have one and then I'd have one the next day, and it was just a really bad cycle. So in my second year I didn't really go to the gym. I sort of just stopped altogether. Do you know what, I didn't actually put on like weight as such. I think I just got a bit like fluffier, but I wasn't fat in any way, shape or form. I actually met my now ex-boyfriend at university in my second year. He was a rugby player, so because like he was so into training and stuff, it actually like gave me that urge in third year when I had to probably like settle down a bit and actually do some work to start going to the gym. And he started like taking me with him when he'd go to the gym, so I learned quite a bit from him. And I think in my third year I sort of started like taking care of myself a little bit more. Don't get me wrong, I'd still have like biscuits for dinner, but he sort of showed me like a little bit about how you should be eating. Like obviously he was training like twice a day, and he'd like cook for me in the evening, like cook really nice meals, and I'd be like, oh, like maybe I should actually be eating something more than a biscuit. After finishing university, I don't know, like because at university in my third year I'd go to the gym maybe like once or twice a week, and obviously my diet wasn't really there. So when your diet isn't matching your training, or when your diet isn't, you know, right, you're not going to see results. Your diet plays such a massive part in the results that you see. Like I cannot stress that enough. So because my diet wasn't there, I didn't see results. I'd go to the gym once or twice a week, which obviously isn't a huge amount, and because I didn't see results, I gave up. I just couldn't be bothered. And obviously like in your third year, your uni is the priority anyways, so you know, I wasn't too stressed about it. I left university in 2016, and I just remember that summer being so unhappy and so unconfident in how I looked. I went on like a family holiday, and I just remember looking in the mirror and being like, there's not one bit about your body that I like. It was really sad. Like I felt, I don't know, I was not fat in any way, by the way. I was never fat, but you know when you just feel like skinny fat and unhealthy, and you don't really know what you should be doing, and you just want to look like those people on Instagram, and I just had no idea, and it was just so sad. So as soon as I got back from holiday, I actually like made the plunge. I was like, do you know what, like I need to learn about what I need to do. I have no idea about calories. I have no idea about what I should be eating. I don't know anything about the nutritional value of food. Like I honestly had no idea. So I got a coach, and I started going to the gym. I started tracking my macros, I started tracking my calories, and I learned so much about food and what you should eat and training like so quickly. It was so intense, but it was so good because it just taught me so much. And I think until you track your food, you don't really know like anything about your body and what you should be eating to fuel it. So that's why tracking macros is such a good tool, and that's why I advise all of my clients to do it if they've never ever done it before. I obviously had a coach, and I had her for 12 weeks. I lost quite a bit of weight, and I was what I wanted to be. Like my goal was always to be skinny, like have skinny legs. I wanted thin legs. I wanted to just be skinny, and I lost a lot of weight. Like looking back at those photos now, I'm like, oh my god, like you were so thin. There was just nothing to me. I almost looked like a child because I obviously had like no muscle. I'd never been to the gym before really, and I dieted, which is absolutely fine, but I just looked very, very thin. Whilst dieting, I was now like in that post-uni year where you finish uni, you have no idea what you want to do. I genuinely had no idea. I had this degree in biology, and I didn't want to go work in a lab. I was almost a little bit depressed because I felt like I'd studied so hard for this degree for 3 years. It was so tough. I came out of university and it was like, there you go, you're in the real world now, go get yourself a job. And I was just sat there like, not really sure what I want to do. So I had to earn some money. I had to start doing something. I couldn't like sit around in my dad's house every single day. He was like, you need to get a job. So I started working in my family's sausage factory, which I'd worked for like a little bit in the summers whilst at uni. So I did like know what I was doing. But it was just like the most demoralizing thing, like going through university, studying for 3 years, and just being put straight back in that factory like, this is your job now. And I wasn't on like a very good wage. I think I was on like £7 an hour. It was so bad. And so I was like, I need to make more money, like I need to do something. So then I got a job in a pub. So then I was working in the pub in the evening. So I was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was working in this sausage factory until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then between 3 and 6 p.m, I was going to the gym to work out. So I'd work out like 4 to 5 times a week, get my workout in, and all of the time, like in this whole time as well, I was tracking my food. Then I would go to the pub. I'd be there from 6 till 1 o'clock in the morning. Then I'd get back to my dad's, have like 3 hours sleep, and repeat that 5 days a week. I'm like, how on earth did you do that? Like, and go to the gym. No wonder I lost weight. Like, I was just stressing my body out so much. I think like that period in my life, do you know what, like I remember calling my boyfriend at the time after finishing at the factory one day, and I was just crying down the phone. I was like, I am so depressed. He lived like in Birmingham, so he was quite far away from me, so I didn't really see him that much, and I was just crying. I was like, I'm so depressed, I've got nothing, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, I don't enjoy anything, the only thing I like doing is going to the gym. And it sort of just clicked to me. I was like, I really like working out, like I like helping people, you know, why don't I maybe do my personal trainer qualification? Anyway, I thought about it for quite a long time. Meanwhile, I had then decided to go into like a bulk with my diet. So I was then working out to build muscle because I was enjoying the gym so much. And then it got to the summer of 2017 and I decided that I wanted to do a little cut. So then I went through a cut. So after bulking, I then cutted. And then whilst I was cutting, I took my personal trainer qualification in 2017 in the summer, qualified as a personal trainer. Whilst doing that, I started my Instagram. Now, I remember I started my Instagram because I wanted to document the food that I was cooking. So I was cooking, like healthy meals, obviously, because I was tracking my macros, and I wanted somewhere to like remember what I was cooking. So I started uploading to Instagram and it sort of just grew from there. I like started uploading every single day. I realized I had to do that to like grow. And then one day I was like, do you know what, like I need to post a photo of myself. I'd never posted a photo of myself. My whole page was like food. And I remember taking this photo and like posting it. I had like long brown hair and I was in pretty good shape. Like I had abs, I was quite lean. Posted the photo and I was just so nervous. From there, I think, you know, sharing my journey on Instagram and sharing it with other people allowed me to become more confident in myself. And obviously through working on myself with fitness and, you know, going to the gym like 5 times a week, like putting that time into myself, I only had the choice to love myself more because I'd put so much time into it. And the more I shared my journey on Instagram, the more I became confident in how I looked. Like people were saying I looked good, and it sort of just grew from there. And obviously like 3 years on, here we are, still on Instagram. It's my job, which is crazy to say. I don't regret anything that I did. Like it was the best thing I ever did, starting sharing my journey. It's completely changed my life. I am so much more confident than I was before. Like the fact that I'm even here talking to you guys now is crazy, because I remember when I started, I couldn't even phone someone to like speak to them because I'd just be too like scared. It was, yeah, it was so strange. So if you guys are not confident in yourself, like not happy with how you look, like just take that step. Like go to the gym, get a coach if you're unsure, like start working out, start taking care of yourself, start putting that extra time into you. And you only have the option to like love yourself because, you know, you see those changes, you see how hard that you've worked, and it just all pays off and it all comes together in the end. So then back to finishing my personal trainer degree. In the year of 2017, in September, I actually decided that, obviously like my Instagram was so small then, and I'd just become a personal trainer, and I was like, you know, I don't think like the personal training is going to support my life. Like I don't think I can earn enough off it for that to be like my main career. So I decided to go back to university and train to be an osteopath. So I started another degree, which was a 5-year degree in 2017, and I can safely say I'm still doing it now in 2020. I've got a year and a half left. I can't believe it. It was a part-time degree, so I go like every other weekend in term time. It's hard, like it's so hard juggling it with you know, personal training, online coaching, Instagram. It's so hard, but I just want to help people, and I know that it gives me satisfaction to like make someone feel better. And the whole thing, obviously, you know, everything goes together so well. I am just so excited to qualify in a year and a half. I honestly can't explain. Now I think, you know, looking back at my fitness journey, I think everything like happens for a reason. I feel like everyone has to cut, everyone has to bulk, everyone has to experience everything in order to learn and to grow. And I'm so glad that I did all that. And I think the main thing that I've got out of fitness is confidence. I remember going on holiday that one time when I said I went on holiday and was unhappy. And I didn't want a photo. Like, I hated how I looked. And now I'm like, where's all the photos at? Like, who's gonna take a photo of me? And it's so strange. Like, I know obviously you develop as a person like as you get older, but personally for me, I was so shy. Like, I couldn't say hello to people. I struggled with that. It was hard. And I can safely say that fitness has been like my escape, and it's been like my way of growing as a person and my way of becoming more confident and the person that I am today. My goals now, like for fitness, it's, you know, I'm happy with how I look, but I still have goals. Like, I still want to grow my glutes more. I still want to get stronger. It's like a work in progress, you know. I think the more you do it, the more you realize that, you know, I go to the gym because I absolutely love it. Like, I don't not look forward to going to the gym, and I used to hate it. And I think because I enjoy it so much, it's like, it's just become my life. It's part of my day. It's not a chore, it's a habit, and it's a habit that I do every single day. And I feel like that's where people need to get to. Like, they need to not go to the gym to lose fat. They need to go to the gym because they enjoy it, and that's when you actually see the most results from it. Like, physically at the moment, I don't have like a certain goal. I mean, yeah, I'd like to be probably a little bit leaner. Yeah, I'd like to grow my glutes more, but you know, the two things require two different things, and again, they require a lot of time. So I'm just sort of working towards things slowly, like improving with things, trying to lift more, trying to just progress. And obviously I've got my business, like I'm an online coach, so you know, my focus is mainly on my clients, but also obviously on myself as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to sort of say. Obviously, like I said, my journey isn't like overweight to in shape. I was never overweight, and you know, I know obviously everyone has different journeys. For me, I was just skinny fat, unhealthy, to be honest, and my journey was all about becoming me, becoming the best version of myself, becoming the more confident person that I am today, and just accepting myself for who I am. I think I used to always just look at Instagram and be like, I want to be like her, I want to be like her, when actually, you know, most of the time, you, like, whatever work you put into yourself, you won't ever look like another person, because you are you, and you have to just accept that you won't ever look like someone else, but you can look the best version of you. And I think once you start to accept that, you start to just love yourself, and you become the best version of yourself. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my little ramble, and I hope you enjoyed learning about my life and my fitness journey. And if you've got any questions about anything, then please just leave them below, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye bye.
I'm tired of fighting, saying things we don't mean. You know I don't like it when you're packing your bag and turning your back, calling me a liar.